I figured since I had some time, I'd do a quick live. A lot of people feel DWOK could go very high. That's kind of one of the things I wanted to talk about. I'm not the only one. Um, some people feel that that's a pipe dream that'll never happen. um, I'm just basing it on the following facts. Okay, we saw DWOK go to almost $200 a share before. I don't know if all of you remember that when Trump first announced that he was getting involved, with DWOK for the purposes of potentially a merger with Truth Social at that time. With its small float, DWOK went to as high as I believe it was $175 a share. So, I mean, isn't it common sense? I don't know. Maybe I'm nuts. Call me a little crazy. But if DWOK completes the merger, because that was all based on sizzle, that was just based on sizzle. So if DWOK completes the merger with Truth Social, Trump at the time wasn't the president. He goes on to become the president. I mean, you're telling me it's not going to go above $200 a share? No, but Vladimir, once again, we saw DWOK go to as high as $175 a share. Okay, this was Trump wasn't even the president. This was all based on sizzle. So how is it possible? Can you explain this to me like I'm a 6-year-old? If DWOK went to $175 based on sizzle, when the actual merger is completed, how could you explain it's not going to go above 200? How could you like what is your logical argument that it's not going above $200? I don't think you can make a rational case here because it went to 175 based on sizzle. So I understand that, but once again, you're not looking at the obvious thing here. You're looking at different, you know, plays. This involves the president of the United States of America. Listen to me. This involves Donald J. Trump. You can't compare any other situation to this situation. You can't do it. It's a completely different situation here. You have a situation, Trump is making the greatest political comeback in history. You got a situation here, he's fighting off everybody. He just posted the bond for E. Jean Carroll, $91 million. He's probably going to come up with the $455 million to post the bond for the New York civil trial. The guy is winning. Okay, he's appealing all these cases. They're probably gonna, be dropped. You'll see. Okay, I mean these cases are jokes in my opinion. They're all jokes. I mean, E. Jean Carroll, her evidence. She shows a picture of herself smiling. She meets Donald Trump, right? She's with her former husband. She smiles like, winds up getting $91 million. It's absolutely incredible. What's 175? We're talking about DWOK, the stock that will be hopefully merging with Truth Social. Donald J. Trump, that's what we're talking about. Look, this is the situation, Antonio. Okay. Let's see if I'm right with DWOK, and then you could break my chops. Okay. You're already prejudging that I'm not going to be right. So far, I was right about DWOK. Okay. Here's the facts, Antonio. I called DWOK at 14. It went to 60. Okay, it went to 60. Now, the difference between me and Lou, I'm going to explain it to you. I didn't say that DWOK, if you go back on my older videos, I didn't say DWOK was going at that time to 200, or I said I feel DWOK will go over $50 a share. No, but listen to me. Go back to my old videos when I was talking about DWOK at 14. Okay, and when DeSantis dropped out of the race, I made a video. You could look it up. Apefather feels. Look it up, and I know you want to be transparent. I said Apefather feels. No, but that was afterwards. You see, your timeline. Listen to me. Your timeline is not correct. I'm talking the big numbers after the following things happen. DWOK has to have the merger with Truth Social, and then Trump has to go on to win the presidency. Then I feel DWOK will be the next Volkswagen. So your timeline, I didn't say that was going to happen right now. Okay. So when I first called DWOK at $14, I said I feel it's going to go above 50. Now, that's the title of the video. Apefather feels DWOK will go above 50 after DeSantis dropped out of the race. And I was right. It went to 60. So, now as far as the high prices, the high predictions, that will be, in my opinion, if the following two things occur. Your timeline is off, and you're not basing it on what I'm saying. Okay? I was very clear. If Trump does not win the presidency, which I feel he will, I think it's finished. Even if the merger goes through. I think that people will lose interest in Truth Social. I think once the new ticker, DJT, I think it'll plummet. I said this already. I called it Russian roulette. So the following thing has to happen, Antonio. So you don't really have the right to judge me right now. Let's see what happens on March 22nd. Let's see if DWOK, in fact, does complete the merger with Truth Social. Let's see what happens in November if Trump wins the presidency. And then let's see the price of DWOK, which will be, at that point, probably DJT, Donald J. Trump. What's up, Fireman McDonald? Old McDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a fireman, E-I-E-I-O. He put out the fire. All the pigs were screaming. Detective Pikachu, look, you and Antonio, you got to start learning to base things on facts. Trump 2024, baby. You got to start, what's up, JM, excuse me. What's up, JM? You got to start basing things on facts, okay? Facts. I called DWOK at $14 a share. These are facts, okay? Facts. I said after DeSantis dropped out of the race, DWOK will go to over $50. It went to 60. Facts. I said in the event that DWOK and Truth Social has the merger and Trump goes on to win the presidency, I see DWOK being the next Volkswagen. So see, Antonio's trying to make it seem like I'm saying that now. This is what Antonio Miranda is trying to say. He's trying to compare me to Lou. He's trying to say, you said right now DWOK is going to be the next Volkswagen. I didn't say that. Once again, the lies are from Antonio. The lies are from Antonio Miranda. His timeline is completely off. And if he was a friggin' man, he would apologize right now. But he's not. He's a little pansy. He's a little pansy, man. What's up there? Quick Facts Daily. So anyway, that's the bottom line, okay? With that said, I will now play the Trump victory song I wrote. Listen, Antonio, just get your facts right. If you're gonna make an accusation of any form, base it on facts. Just base it on facts, though. Base it on facts. What is this live stream? We talk about a lot of things on this live stream. Right now, we're talking about Donald J. Trump, and we're talking about DWOK, the stock. And I'm about to play a song I wrote called the Donald J. Trump Victory Song. It's an instrumental song on the piano. That's an original instrumental song. That is V for victory. Thank you. Donald J. Trump. Let's go, baby. Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Trump. Let's go, DWOK. USA. USA. Some people like my music. Look at Jay Wynn. Please talk about Biden. I mean, I'll be honest with you. There's really not much to talk about with Biden, man. I could see. I don't think you like Trump. At least you like my song, though. Look, I'm not going to get into Biden. I'm sorry, man. That guy needs, in my opinion, to go see a doctor. He's too old to be the president. The guy's very confused, man. And if you don't think he's confused, then you're more confused than he is. I'm sorry to break it to you, but the guy's shot. He can't find his way off a stage. You know, the guy has no idea where he is. This is a guy who has the nuclear codes. You know, he's shaking hands with people that are not there, invisible people. I mean, what do you want to talk about? The guy's too old, in my opinion. He's too old to be the president. Come on. Now, I'm not saying Trump is young. Trump is old too, but Biden is really old. Look, all I can tell you, Jay, is when Trump was the president, okay, I'll tell you a few things, okay? There were no wars, okay? There was world peace, okay? Look at what's happening with Israel. Look at what's happening all around the world. Look at what's happening Putin today. I don't know if you heard about Putin. He said there was a nuclear threat, something to do with Colorado. That's crazy. Okay, I don't know if you heard about that. Okay, you know they said that we would have all these troubles with Kim Jong Un. Trump was the first president who met with him. You know what I mean? And also he crossed over into North Korea. You know what I mean? He crossed over. No other president did that. He went over to their sacred boundary, their line, and it's like, you know, you got to give the guy credit where credit's due. He put America first. He's not giving away all of our military equipment, you know what I mean, to Afghanistan. He's not giving billions and billions of dollars away. You know what I mean? He fights for America. He fights for the little guy. He fights for us. You know, he lowered taxes, the biggest tax cuts. You know, he gave a lot of people second chances, people that were inmates. You know, they were in jail. He gave a lot of people second chances. And the stock market did great with Trump. I'm sorry. I don't care what any of you say. Everybody was doing great in the stock market with Trump. There was no inflation. The price of living was reasonable. I just felt everything was better. You know, he took care of the vets. You see too many times, like before Trump was the president. I remember one time I saw this veteran. He served our country. He was laying out all this money for, he's in CVS. He was laying out all this money for his prescriptions. I mean, you know, I saw it. He had his jacket on, the American flag, proud to be an American. I'm very righteous because my wife, you know, she has stage 4 breast cancer, and before Trump was the president, my wife, you know, was involved. Unfortunately, this was obviously 9/11. This was when George W. Bush was the president. You know, she worked during 9/11, my wife. The government said the air was safe to go back to work. It was fine. She developed stage 4 breast cancer. The cancer went to her brain. She had 3 tumors. She had to undergo brain surgery, only for Social Security Administration to turn her down. They turned her down for Social Security disability. while you see these friggin' migrants in New York City, they're coming in. You know, they're coming in from everywhere, not just Texas. They're coming in from all over the place. And they're getting free shelter. They're getting free food. They're actually looking to lay off people in New York, lay off firemen, lay off teachers because they have to keep supporting these these migrants. I mean, it's just a crazy time right now. Plus, there's all this violence. Not too long ago, you heard in Vegas there was an illegal immigrant. He ended up killing all these showgirls. I don't know if you heard about that. You know, he killed a bunch of them. I mean, you can't have people coming into our country. The borders have to be strong. They have to go through a process. That no one is saying, listen, America was built on immigrants, Italian immigrants, Irish immigrants, but you got to come in through a process. There has to be checks. You can't just let in people who could be potentially killers. And that's just the bottom line, man. You find it funny? You're a psychopath if you find that stuff funny, man. You find that funny, bro? You're a disgrace to humanity. You're a disgrace to humanity if you find that funny. This guy Jay Wynn's laughing. What are you laughing at? Which part are you laughing at? Oh, you are right. Okay. Look, I'm not saying to you if there's another answer. Look, I'm an American. I'm an American. All right. If there's another answer, I'm always open to it. I want to be the president if you want to. I wish I was the president. I would be great. I would be a great president. But right now, I got to become a YouTube star first. I got to be a YouTube star. People need opportunities. There's no that's the thing that gets me upset is that we need opportunities for people. Nobody should be unemployed. We're the richest country in the world. We are the richest country in the entire world. But there's a lot of it's too hard. It's too difficult. Like people should be able to get opportunities. The greatest country in the entire effing world. Okay, and yet you see people that are homeless. It doesn't make any sense. Some cases people have mental illness, and that's terrible. Okay, but there are people that are homeless. There should be no homeless problem. There should be no homeless problem. Not in this great country. Not in America. Everybody should have a house. Everybody should, what I mean. But I'm talking about American citizens. Let me be clear what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm not talking about illegal immigrants. I'm talking about American citizens, especially American citizens who fought for our country, especially our vets. You see vets homeless, veterans homeless. It's absolutely crazy, man. Could you imagine that someone goes and serves our country, comes home and they don't have a place to live? They can't get medical care. It's crazy. It's absolutely freaking crazy, man. And it's like this is the richest, most powerful country in the world. Nah. They should be first in line for medical care. They should be first in line before any friggin' migrant, okay, to get housing. Okay? You got to take care of Americans first. You got to take care of Americans first. Okay? Then after, listen to me. I'm a nice person. If every American is taken care of, you understand? If you want to start helping other countries or if you want to help other people, that's okay, fine. But you can't be helping other countries. You can't be giving billions and billions and billions of dollars to other countries when there are Americans that are homeless and need help. You got to worry about America. You got to worry about America first. And that's why I love Trump. It's because that's what that's what he's all about. He's all about America first. And I'm big on that. I'm big on that. America first, baby. And then if you want to be Robin Hood, you want to be a good person, fine. But how could you be a good person to other countries when there are Americans suffering? Americans suffering. There should be no American suffering, in my opinion. Not in this great country. And a lot of times people do need the help. That's what you don't understand. People call people, like I'll give you an example. People say like, Apefather, your wife or whatever, her cancer is fake. No, it's not fake, you psychopathic lunatic. She has stage 4 breast cancer. And she contracted this of no fault of her own. She contracted this of no fault. Do you know she got turned? I don't think you understand something. This is an American citizen, my wife. She worked for 20 years, paid taxes, did everything, paid into Social Security, only to be declined. And the reason why she was declined, they said, is she stopped working. It was like 2009. Okay, she stopped working because she had pain. She didn't understand what it was. We didn't know it was cancer back then. We didn't know that cancer was developing inside of her. We had no idea. But she stopped working. Thank God I was always able to support my wife. Thank God. But that's not the point. Okay? The point is that she earned something, she worked, and she's an American citizen, and she got turned down. You should have wished people death, Detective Pikachu, because normally karma comes back and bites you in your ass. That's what happens, okay, when you do that. So it's a terrible thing to do, and I should really get you out of the live stream for that. You're a terrible person, Detective Pikachu. That's a terrible comment to say, but anyway, I'm not going to do it because I'm about to end. Well, I have great news for you, Detective Pikachu. I'm about to end the live stream because I'm going to go out and eat dinner with my family. Okay, And that's always got to be the priority, family. So I'm out of here. V for victory. Everything I said in this live stream is not financial advice. I am not a financial planner. It is entertainment purposes only. I'm going to be doing a lot of live streams because I got to get to $1 million. Detective Pikachu, the money that my wife got, let me explain to you. It's in trust for my children. Okay? I did not touch $1 of that money. It's in trust. It's in trust. Okay? This was her wishes. So I don't know what are you talking about that I want her money. It's set for our children. It's in trust. Okay, well, I don't have to prove anything to you people. Why do you feel like that you're important enough that I need to prove things to you? Here's what I'll show you. You want to know what I'll show you? Here, this. Here's what I'll show you. Detective Pikachu. Here it is. Here's what I'll show you. Is that good enough? All right, I showed you enough right there. Anyway, let me get going here. Take care, brush your hair. See you, hate to be you.